What are the most effective B2B marketing channels? The ones that your customers find relevant. And that's all. Just kidding. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you a little more about B2B marketing channels and about how I think this whole landscape have reshaped over the last couple of years and how this affects SME companies in general. So stay tuned because things are about to get pretty interesting. Let me start by sharing two pretty interesting statistics with you. Research shows that about 90% of B2B buyers visit 6 to 9 websites before making any purchase decisions. Additionally, 67% of B2B purchase decision makers are starting their journey online. The harsh reality is that B2B sales is less and less about sales, is more and more about marketing. The more information you are going to serve to your potential customers before they will actually engage to you, the bigger your chances of success, of getting more customers and scaling up your business. As simple as that. So what are the actual channels that you can go with, and what does it mean to go with those channels and how you can actually do this? And before I will proceed to the topic, just remember that if you are finding this video interesting, hit subscribe button to get more information about B2B sales and marketing in general. So when it comes to channels, you have, of course, the whole digital content marketing world that you can explore. And this ranges from having a blog and running multiple blogs or one blog for your business, through having and conducting regular webinars or live sessions with your target audience, through writing white papers and creating various types of pieces of content that can promote your services, that can address certain problems, and that can successfully build narrative around your business and products and services that you are offering. You also have an SEO and paid search kind of a way in which you can go. And this, of course, is all at the intersection of each other. So it's hard to do a webinar if you don't have a paid campaign or at least a list of emails that you can invite to this webinar. But just to point you to a different direction, SEO is highly, of course, connected with a blog, but it doesn't have to be. So SEO is search engine optimization, and you can utilize SEO by building additional subpages on your website that will address certain needs. So let's assume that I am the owner of a personal financed software as a service solution that is aiming to improve people's budgets on daily basis, right? Let's say that this is the kind of software that I own. So I would then create a subpage on my website that would be named, let's say, saving more, or the ways you can save more. And there will be multiple things that I would list there, that I would create the subpage around, or even lead magnets around. Let's just say that I would find out through different tools like, for example, Ahrefs or SEMrush, that certain people are putting in Google certain phrases. Let's say that there is a niche phrase like saving $1 in a pink piggy bank each day. Let's say that people are Googling that somewhere in the world. And there are only 20 or 30 people that are doing that per month. So it's not much, but I want to create an article or even a subpage around it in order to make sure that I will be at the top of Google search with this particular phrase. And this would mean that every month I would gather this significant amount of these 30 people that are Googling this phrase because I'm at the top of Google. And this is how SEO would work for you. By creating different phrases, by creating different articles and subpages on your website, you are increasing traffic, technically for free, but of course you have to create this content and write it down. And the paid search aspect for it is that you could actually boost your SEO efforts with some paid advertisement on Google or in Facebook and drive people that are looking for certain phrases, looking for certain items or things on the internet, and you could appear either on different areas in various blogs and websites, or you could appear in the search engine results at the top with information that this is a paid result, but people are still clicking on it. So these are the things that, in my opinion at least, should go hand in hand with each other in order to maximize your results. There has been some research done by people involved directly in search engine marketing aspects, and they have found out that SEO can generate you a good amount of traffic, search engine marketing can generate you a good amount of traffic, but when these two come together, they will give you the best possible results and maximize the return on your investment. Just a reminder that you can subscribe to the channel if you are finding this interesting, and we are moving to the next part, which is of course social media marketing. And social media marketing is as big as it gets, so you can have your marketing done on TikTok, you can create interesting videos on YouTube like I'm doing now, hopefully, and you can of course create posts and your presence on social media. What I could advise here when it comes to choosing social media, make sure to research your target group, make sure to find out where your audience actually is most likely to appear and to be, and then leverage one and only channel. And if you build a good presence on this channel, if you have good reaches and reactions and you're satisfied with that, if there is a traffic coming from this particular channel to your website, then expand on additional channel. Let me give you an example. I started way back when with LinkedIn. I built a good presence on LinkedIn. People were constantly cheering me up for, oh, I saw your post, I saw your post. There were people that were inquiring me about certain things that I was then involved in before I sold my business. And then it was easier for me to explore different social medias because I was, first of all, used to creating content. Second of all, I had this confidence, internal confidence that I can do this. If I manage to do one platform, there's probably a chance that I will do another one. In my opinion, choose one. Go with it, make sure that your audience is there, be consequent about it, be consistent, be regular. Another highly effective channel in B2B is email marketing. And of course, email marketing can go in two ways. Like I always say, you can either go with cold emails or you can go with normal emails. And by normal emails, regular newsletters, digests, and sequences that you can build based on the context that was interesting for a particular user. In this case, you are building a lead magnet that is an answer to a question that is addressing a certain problem or a set of problems for your target audience. And just to get back to my example, in my case, it would be managing your personal finances in 2024, tips and tricks. And this kind of a lead magnet, let's say that it will be a cheat sheet where I would list 5 best ways to manage your finances in 2024. And this particular piece of content would be listed somewhere on my website. I would have the button to download it, and then I would promote it through my social media accounts. I would promote it through search engine marketing. I would probably promote it through social media ads. And all of the people that will download this asset will receive a sequence of messages that is probably pre-written by me and that leads to a certain result. And this might be a consultation that you aim to book with someone. This might be buying a certain product, or in case of personal finance management software that I do not have, of course, but just to give you an example, can lead to starting a free trial of a software. And in this way, you have a channel to build your credibility, and that can be more personalized, one-on-one interaction with someone. At the same time, it can be automated because if the sequence are pre-written, then they are not requiring your constant attention. And this can, of course, be very, very effective when it comes to lead generation in general. And the last channel that is, I think, right now a bit underrated, but we are coming back to this post-COVID, is in-person selling, in-person marketing of your solution, software and products and services. Of course, you can leverage networking organizations, and of course, you should, in my opinion, leverage conferences and all of the things that are involved in it. And just to give you an example of how I do this on events, when I'm on an event, and this is a bit harsh to admit, but I am not watching many pitches or keynotes on conferences, but instead I go from booth to booth, from one person to another, and I ask them, how are you doing? And then I ask, what do you do? And they give me an explanation about their piece of software, their solution, their services. And at some point in time, in I think 95% of the cases, I get a question back, and what do you do? And therefore, I am showing an interest in their product without telling them anything about me, about what I do, what is my role, what is my profession. Instead of that, I am getting the genuine interest back because I gave them my genuine interest in their product or services. And this is how I meet people, this is how I mingle, and I collect all of the data that I can. Then I assign certain scores to people that might be interesting for me from various reasons. This might be a good opportunity for collaboration. This might be an interesting partnership that we can forge, or any other thing that we can talk about. Of course, they might be a potential client, and this is how I market my services and my solutions. In-person marketing, I think it's a bit underrated nowadays, but I think it's still very much relevant in B2B. Wrap things up. If you are afraid of doing something, there's probably a significant chance that you should do it. So don't be afraid, do it. Be consistent about the one channel that you are using. Do this over time, set goals, set expectations, and then evaluate if what you have done is actually working and it's actually relevant for you. Don't give up easily, because B2B world is not very simple. It's actually quite the opposite. It's super complex. Test and mix what works. So don't be afraid of trying out new things, new approaches, mixing the multiple things that I have mentioned today together in order to find the best possible solution that will work for your business. And try again. If it doesn't work, try again. If it doesn't work, try again. And sometimes you have to really go into the basics and foundations in order to find out why, but there is a significant chance that if someone is doing this and he or she are successful, there is a chance that you will be too. The question only is with what, how, and to whom. So if you will figure this out, I'm sure that you will be successful. I hope that this video was interesting for you and it was relevant. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. Have a great day ahead, and thanks for watching.